was I have because that is 0. My long is 1. Okay. So this is a 6-month loan that starts 6 months from now. Let's find out the rates for those. 6 month is 5221. And 12 month is 4797. So 6 month interest rate in APR dimension for a loan that starts 6 months from now is 4.328. Rather nice. The nice thing about this, I can actually calculate this. If I kind of have a yield curve, yield curve is a graph where on the horizontal axis I have the maturity measured in years, and on the vertical axis I have compound yield. So in that case I would have everything in years. For example, let me make this all years. Among other places, if you want a quick and dirty way of getting a yield curve, go to marketwatch.com and make it a bit bigger so that you can actually see. If you click on rates, and I want to do this for Germany. It's my class, I can do whatever the hell I want. Okay. Of course, the rates are quite a bit different. And smaller. Oh, here's the yield curve. Okay, let's see. I want to do a 6 months and 6 months, 6 months to 12 months. Something. 6 months is actually yielding precisely 0. Let's do 1 year to 2 years. 1 year Bunds, that's the name for government bond in Germany. It's a Bund. They yield right now. The 6 months. Yeah, it's still 0. 1 year yields 3.27. So I'm gonna do long term 2, short term 1, 3.27. Assuming I read that correctly. Yeah. And 2 years 2.572. So that's the one in the forward rate for good. Now, we also now know that Germans also believe that bond interest rates are going to be lower too. If you want to look at other countries, you can. But now, this is kind of a nice little tool for me to manage my interest rate. Suppose I know that I have an obligation that is linked to a variable rate. For example, I have a home equity loan. One of them is prime minus one, the other is prime plus one. Every time the prime rate goes up, I'm going to be paying more interest. So interest only loan. So if interest rates go up, I have a risk. So I need to do something that's going to benefit me. Well, how can I benefit if interest rates go up? I need to put money somewhere, right? So I'm going to tell people, I'm going to say, Clay, can you lend me money? But it's 1 year from now. He's going to give me $1 million 1 year from now, and I'm going to deposit that in a bank. But he gave me a fixed rate loan. We agreed what the rate of that is now. If interest rates go up 1 year from now, I'm going to have a higher return on the deposit. But on the other hand, other side of my balance sheet, I have an obligation that's going to cost me more if interest rates high. So I hedge myself. The futures contracts for euro dollar was ideal for that. It's no longer there. That's why I'm going to spend a little time on store futures. The way that the references is calculated is stupid, but it's done that way. Treasury keeps running data of that store. It's short for short-term secured, not store, I'm sorry. It's called SOFR futures, secured overnight financing. But they kind of do it as an index, and they look at the change in that index over 3 months. So it's not a technically 3-month forward contract, it's kind of a rolling 3-month forward contract. So we're going to look at how to handle that and to see what that means, okay? Because let's say that contract ends in middle of March, okay? The reference rate is the 3-month compound overnight rates 3 months before March 15th, okay? So a lot of that already happened, so I know what those are. So what I don't know is a month and a half, roughly. So looking at the store futures contract values now is going to tell me roughly the average overnight financing rate over the next month and a half. With the euro dollar stuff, you don't have to worry about all of that stuff. On March 7th, that's going to tell me only the expected, or what the market is betting that overnight rates are going to be over the following 8 days. So at the beginning of the contract, it's a 3-month contract. At the end of the contract, it's an overnight contract. It's screwed up, but it is what it is. It's very liquid. So for a lot of purposes, it doesn't matter that much. But you need to learn the mechanics of that for the purpose of managing interest rate risk. Because one of the things we're going to do, we're going to talk about bond portfolios. We're going to create measures for exposure to interest rate. And we're going to talk about how to manage those. Well, one of the tools is the SOFR futures. So we need to know what that involves. If the derivatives class was not canceled, I was going to cover it there, but there wasn't enough enrollment. All right, let's stop here today. Just kind of go over this and see if you have any issues. Because after Wednesday, I'm going to have a homework assignment. Oh, by the way, that part of that homework assignment is going to be the group. So I need to establish who are those in those groups by the end of class on Wednesday. So if you have 3 people that you know you want to work with, send me an email. I will put you in those groups. Those of you who are not determining your own group, I'll basically randomly put you in. So just send me an email so that we'll have it set up. Let's do 3. I'll use the 4s for the residual ones. Actually, one group can be 2, then all the other groups can be 3. If you want to work just as 2, that's fine. Oh, not Wednesday, Thursday, I'm sorry. You know.